I spoke maybe half minute more. So how can he say I convenient? If you give me even 5 hours more, you are willing to stay. You are the person who kept time restrictions. Let's to bargain for 50 minutes. I would 2 hours, even full day. Because I'm a marathon speaker. I'm a non-vegetarian. He said that no religion prohibits non-vegetarian. I said no major religion. It's being recorded. No major religion. Jainism is not a major religion. Books you gave me. You gave certain books. Only 0.4% of India. Less than 1%. In India, leave aside the question. Negligible. Clear-cut my statement regarding the argument on, but the coordinator won't give me permission. I'm restricted to Islam. I can reply even on Jainism. I'm a student of compassion.
Excuse me, sir, you can't interfere speaking.
Rather saying I did not say, see the video cassette. There is no single major religion bans or prohibits food in general. Video cassette.
Ask your question in question time.
Don't get irritated. The diet. Don't get irritated. Brother Rashmi Bhai Zaveri said, sir, whether you get animals. I said in my lecture, I think you didn't hear, peaceful animals like goat, sheep. And therefore when I came, said, peace be on all of you. Further, he said, Dr. Zakir, if his book by any authentic book, not that answer already gave by Dr. Jarvis, even scientists and medical are not immune to the thinking of the vegetarians. Immune. It's not a medical book. He may have a book. I am very clear in my words. And Dean, whatever his name is, may be very famous, I don't know, first time. I yet ask him to prove it is referred as a textbook. A text medical book. That shows authenticity. Don't worry about the cattle. Nature will take. It is you all who are so much worrying. Nature made them in such a way, the moment you kill them, they will again come. God is the creator. Allah, if we kill lion, tiger, they will become extinct. So we cannot have their food. The cattle can have. God has made them that way. Follow the instruction of God, they will be overpowered. And regarding cutting plants, what he said, to say that if we have plants, the mother is. So in that way, the offspring of the cow, of the goat, the calves. Can we cut them? Yes. The mother is yet alive. The cow is yet alive. And when the offspring becomes the mother, you can also kill the mother. So even if I agree with this logic, in the animals, more than the plants, if I agree with this logic. Furthermore, I said that best is prevention is better than cure. I agree with Onish when he says that diet is helpful for certain diseases. Even I advise, where I said no. But the topic is not which is healthier. But making a statement, it is banned for human beings. I challenge any authentic medical, not books, whether given by Russia Foundation or Congress, whatever it is, these books are things which are ill-tested, unproved. There is a method of prevention better than cure which will answer most of your questions. The Islamic method is there, prevention better than cure. When we slaughter the animal, we do the zabiha. We cut the throat and the windpipe and the vessels of the neck without damaging the spinal cord. Otherwise, the nerve going to the heart may get severe, there will be cardiac arrest. When the spinal cord is damaged and the vessels of the neck are slit open along the throat and the windpipe, the heart is pumping, most of the blood flows out of the body. It is a very good media of germ and bacteria. If you slaughter the animal in this way, most of the disease transmitted by blood, many which you named, can be eliminated. Can be prevented. The meat is fresh for a longer time if it's slaughtered by the Islamic method. And people say, oh, it's so merciless. Oh, you all are so mercilessly killing. It dies of pain. When we slaughter this method, when we cut the blood vessels of the neck, the blood supply going to the nerve, which is responsible for pain, is severed. So the animal does not feel pain. The animal kicks and writhers. You know why? Due to the gush of flow. The animal doesn't feel pain. It is contracting and relaxing because there's lack of blood in that part of the body. The animal does not die of pain. It dies a painless death. Painless. Painless. We eliminate most of the disease transmitted by blood. Secondly, there are many countries in the world and many people who raise animals. They give them hormones. And one was mentioned by Mr. Zaveri, his name. It's called as DES, diacylglycerol. It's a hormone injected to cattle so that they become fat and you get more money for flesh. This is haram in Islam. Carcinogenic hormone. If ingested in animal, even if you slaughter by the zabiyah method, it is yet haram. It is zabiyah but not halal. It is zabiyah and haram. If the cattle are injected with hormones, you are not allowed to have those hormones. Neither are we allowed to have cows which are fed with non-veg. Because the Prophet said, any animal that is fed with non-veg, it is prohibited for you. After that, if you take care of hygienic conditions and cook the meat very well, most of the diseases which Mr. Zaveri spoke, or not all, most of them will be eliminated. And in the non-veg flesh food, the most dangerous, which is commonly eaten, is pork. It has more than 70 different diseases which you can get if you ingest pork. More than 70 different diseases. And one of them is ischemic heart disease, which he spoke about. Because pork has more of fat-building material than muscle-building material, it gets deposited on the walls of the vessels, causing atherosclerosis, hypertension, etc. That's the reason in the Quran, no less than 4 different places, in Surah Baqarah chapter number 2, verse number 173, in Surah Ma'idah chapter number 5, verse number 3, in Surah Anam chapter number 6, verse number 145, and Surah Nahl chapter number 16, verse number 115, it says, Hurrimat alaykumul maytutu waddamu walahmul khinzir, wama uhilla li ghayril labi. Forbidden for you for food, dead meat, blood, the flesh of swine, and any food on which any name besides God's name has been invoked. It's haram. So we abstain from it and we prevent several diseases of non-veg. Quran says in Surah Taha, chapter number 20, verse number 81, eat of the food we have provided for you in sustenance, but commit no excesses therein. Most of the diseases, what Mr. Rashmi Bhai Zaveri spoke about, is due to excessive eating. Even if you eat excessive veg food, you will have many diseases. I will not say, don't have veg food. I'm a doctor. I'm not an ideological, neither a fanatic non-vegetarian. So if you prevent eating in excess, most of the disease will be prevented. If you follow the Islamic guidelines, slaughter in the Islamic method, remove the blood, don't give hormones, cook the food very well, hygienic conditions, avoid pork, don't eat in excess, most of the disease can be prevented. It answers most of his arguments. Few are yet remaining. If time permits or during question answer time, if you ask, I will reply. Do you know that talking about healthy food, talking about all research and experiments, I'll talk something which is a fact. According to Dr. William, again very famous person, Dr. William, he says that vegetarian food extends the life of a human being for more than 6 years. If you have veg food, as compared to non-veg food, you live 6 years longer. Again, hypothesis. If you analyze, data was collected about all the people who lived above 100 years from 1932 to 1952. And on this data, a person by the name of O. Sejares, he wrote a book, Living to be 100, 1,200 people who did and why they did it. Everything is mentioned. In it, even diet is mentioned. Do you know out of 1,200 people, how many were vegetarian? How many? Guess. 1,000. Four. This survey wasn't done to prove veg food or non-veg food. It was done for other reasons. But even the diet was mentioned. It's a fact. It's not a research. It's a fact. out of 1,200 people who lived in the span of 20 years, over 100 years, only 4 were vegetarian.